Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. This kind of not even. There you go. Happy Saturday to everybody, and hello, Maurice. Good to see you. Thank you very much for your donation. Let me go ahead and create the list here. I haven't had time to read your messages yet. 1 second here, so I don't know what you said, but I'm going to add you. Okay. All right. Um, and did you want this to be a, let's see, you donated for 18, uh, okay, so we could do, like, for 18, we could do, um, like a 12 card reading, if you want to do that. Or if you wanted it to be a 15 card reading, the difference would be, it's 21.21. So the difference would be $3.21 if you wanted to. This really bit my tongue last night, eating some particularly hot food, and yeah, I just bit it again. It hurt. 12 cards. All right, my friend. All right. Let me go into the card cam and let me read all that you have said. And where's my? Oh, what did I do with that? Okay. Sorry. All right. Let's see what is going on here, Maurice. I ended my workday having a disagreement with my supervisor. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. He seemed to dismiss me and what I was saying to him. I am still upset how things ended. I work hard at this job and sometimes I feel unappreciated. Great reading on the last live chat video. I watch it over and over, but what do the cards see in this uncomfortable interaction with my supervisor? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's look into that situation. What is your supervisor's name, Maurice? And do you happen to know, by any chance, do you happen to know their birthday or what their sign might be? Andrew, and you don't know his birthday. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will this interaction result between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the result of this uncomfortable interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the result of this uncomfortable interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the result of this uncomfortable interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the result of this uncomfortable interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the result of this uncomfortable interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the result of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? Thanks, masters and spirit guides. What will be the results of this interaction between Maurice and Andrew? And really quick before I actually get into your reading, I'm doing, I don't know if you read or if I told you, but I am doing a crystal giveaway for the 4-year anniversary of I almost said my child, my channel, basically my child. I will be pulling, so for every 5 cards that you donate for, I will put your name in the raffle. So I'm putting your name in twice for your donation. And I'll be picking the winner on the 4th of February. So I believe that's Tuesday. Or Wednesday. Okay, all right, guys, let's see what's going on here. We have the Hanged Man. By the way, do you go back to work tomorrow? 7 of Cups reversed, the World, the Moon reversed, Ace of Cups, the Star, Page of Swords reversed, 10 of Pentacles, the Chariot, 5 of Cups, King of Pentacles reversed, and 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, well, I see a few things going on here. The issue at hand, I think the biggest issue at hand here, Maurice, is that is actually precisely what you said, is that you feel that I think you said something like sometimes you feel like your voice isn't heard, or you're unappreciated. But and you seemed, he seemed to dismiss you and what you were saying to him, and I see that with this Page of Swords reversed. It's like you're sick of not having your voice being heard, and it should be heard. You have every right to have it be heard. You're a valid member of your team, and your voice is just as valid as anybody else's. And your supervisor, in his role of supervisor, should be listening to you and what your issues or what your suggestions or whatever the case may be is, because that's his job, is to make sure that you can work as best as you can. And at this time, I see him being widely ignorant with this Page of Swords reversed and 7 of Cups reversed. I don't think he fully realizes the gravity as to how this affected you on an energetic level, on an emotional level. It's put you in a bit in like a state of suspense with the Hangman. Like I asked that, and that's why I asked, like, are you going into work tomorrow? Like when's the next day you're going into work? Because I feel like until you go back into work, you're going to be feeling like you're in this state of suspension because, yeah, there's a lot that's unknown here with the moon reverse. There's a lot that you don't know where he stands. You don't know what his actions are going to be. And at this time, Monday, I go back to work. Okay, so the day after tomorrow, okay. And at this time, he is, I don't believe he is listening to you. That's the problem. And that's part of his job. And I do believe that other folks are going to bring that to light. Because people are, did other people see this altercation, or was this in private? Because if other people saw this or heard this that you worked with, that they'd be talking. And it's not that they have any ill will towards you. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm actually feeling quite the opposite. It's more like I feel like they're kind of just like, hey man, like that, you leaving early because of an altercation that's a first for you, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That's not like typical behavior of yours. It's very, others have saw it, okay, and they know that this is not typical Maurice behavior. This was very atypical, so it deeply affected you, and I don't think he fully grasped the gravity of that and depth of that, whereas other people who witnessed that altercation did. They're like, look man, like he has, he has his points, he has his point of view. You've got to at least, listen to him. You've got to give him something. You've got to, hear his voice. With this star card, I see people seeing the darkness or seeing the light in the darkness here. I think they see through a lot of his BS. He's not a totally horrible guy, and he's not a totally horrible worker, but he should have listened to you, and he hasn't listened to you in the past. This is a pattern of his with this world card, but trust and believe, this is actually a pattern that other people have noticed as well and are not pleased with. And with this 10 of Pentacles, I do see other coworkers coming to your aid. I want to get some clarity on that here, but that's really what I'm feeling, is that those who, like, the more people who saw it, I would honestly say the better, because the energy I'm getting is that those who did see or hear what happened were really quite disgusted by him and really felt for you. Excuse me. Just needed to have a sip of water or soda. Yeah, I believe it's almost like your fellow coworkers. It's not almost. It is. They are going to be coming to your aid. They are going to be coming to your side, and I do feel that, whatever happens in the dark does come to light, okay? And his dark behavior was seen by others. I think it was also heard by others and not seen. They might have heard it through in another room or something like that, but they heard it, or they, someone else told them, like, hey, did you hear about Maurice and Andrew, what happened there? It's really messed up. And people are pretty much all on your side. And I feel like he's going to, in order for things to move forward for everybody, he's going to have to show some remorse. And I also, I think that, I don't know how early you left today, but I think it was early enough, because with this 5 of Cups, he does feel some guilt. At first, he felt really he was in the right, and just did you guys see that? Did you hear that? Can you believe that? And they were like, dude, are you listening to yourself? Are you looking at yourself? Because that's really problematic. What just happened? You just you pushed someone to a point that we've never seen them at before. That's really unlike them. So, you know, you've really got to change your ways and you know, make amends with him if things are going to move forward in this office as a team. You know, with this Ace of Cups, I do feel like he is going to show some appreciation for you. That's a big one that I feel people are accusing him of. It's not just communication. It's like you mentioned, he shows a lack of appreciation that is not warranted. I see a lot of managers and supervisors and bosses do this, and it pisses me the fuck off. It's like two things they do that really pisses me off. Either not communicating unless someone does something wrong with their employees whom they are managing, and then this stuff, not listening to them, not accommodating them, feeling like they need to delegate as opposed, which that is part of it, but another huge part of it is actually being a leader and actually being accommodating for those who work with you as a team. Otherwise, things are not going to function. And can you please, Andre, he always does this when I start working. I apologize. It is distracting me a little bit. I hope it's not distracting you. I'm still able to read. Don't worry. We have this Four of Swords reversed here, and I do want some clarification here. Yeah, he's definitely not. His position, his standpoint is simply not being supported by your fellow co-workers. They were really put off by his behavior and have been put off by his behavior in general towards you and towards others, in fact. I think you are not the only person who he is a bit of a DICK to. I don't like to call people names, but he's really not the best. He really should not be in that position, is all I can say. Like, he's not a bad human being, but I don't know why he's in that position. He, with this King of Pentacles reversed, I really feel like this is him, and I feel like I just feel like he's in a position that he should not be in. He's... And I think that there are some possible, like, office politics going on there as well. I do think he has some supporters. But in regards to what happened, this altercation between you and him, I really see people siding with you, and I see him apologizing and listening, or at the very least, coming to you and listening to whatever you needed to say and taking it into account. With this World card being in its upright position, I'm hoping that this cycle will come to a close, that his coworkers will help illuminate this for him with this beautiful Ten of Pentacles and Star card right here. Especially with the Star and the Hangman, is also very, very significant of someone's perspective changing somebody's perspective, actively changing. Is not well liked at work. I try to be helpful when I'm working with him, but now it will be different. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Yeah, he's not well. I don't think he's well, and he's not well liked. Like, he's not well in the head. I don't think he thinks, like, normally, you know what I mean? Especially with this Four of Swords reversed, I really get that. There's a lot that you don't know that's going on with him, and I'm not making excuses for him, but there's things going on in his life that also affect him and make him act the way he does and behave the way he does. There's things from his past that do it, but those are no excuses. We all go through things. We all have things in life. You can't ride that and use that as an excuse, and I also feel like people will say that the same thing to him. Like, you can't use that as an excuse. Everyone goes through crap. Like, you've got to grow up. You've got to, like, listen to him and stop behaving this way because, and yeah, you stand your ground, you know. If he does apologize to you, you know, accept it. I would. I would be like, okay, thank you. I accept. But I also hope you recognize why you're apologizing. And with that recognition, I hope that we can move forward, this Chariot card, that we can move forward in a really positive direction together and as a team as a whole. Because if there's, you know, any, you know, all of the cogs have to be functioning in a finely tuned machine, right? And if there's, you know, people that are not working well together, like there's this, like, I feel like this Three of Pentacles reverse situation going on with him. He doesn't work well with others. He doesn't play well with others. You know, if that's the case, if that's just what he's like, people are going to recognize that. They already are, I feel. And either he's going to get sacked or he's going to have to change his ways. But with this Ten of Pentacles, the World, this looks really promising. The Chariot, the Stars, this all looks really good. He and the Five of Cups as well. I do see him coming to a point of realization here. And I do think it's going to take quite a few people, you know, to illuminate that for him. But the good news is people have got your back. I'm happy that you stood your ground, Maurice. That's really important, that you did that. And you spoke your voice. You stood your ground, you spoke your voice, you didn't waver, and you knew what was right. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. And like you said, you're a really valid, or a really valued member of the team, and you often feel unappreciated and unheard, and that is not right. That's not okay, and that needs to come to an end, and you definitely made a move in the right direction there. Okay. And I think other people feel that way as well, Maurice. Like, they really are, like, impressed that you stood up to him the way you did. And, you know, some people wouldn't have, like, wouldn't have been able to keep their cool even like that. Some people would have really freaked out with the way he behaved. But you, like, walked away. You had to. You stood your ground, and I don't think anybody is not supportive of that in any way. They completely understand it. You're very welcome. You are very welcome, Maurice. Thank you so much for your donation, and please be back on the 4th of February. Sorry, my cat's just chilling behind me here. See, this is cool. Being quiet and sitting behind me, that's good. That's good. So yeah, please come back on the 4th. We will be having game nights, giving away free readings, having party. It'll be a party celebration. I'll be playing the winner of the crystal giveaway, and yeah, it'll just be like a chill night that night. Just celebrating this channel. Yeah, I feel good about this too, Maurice. I feel very good about this. I really like, your spirit guides are very proud of you and very much support you and your behavior, the way you acted, and as well as your coworkers. They're all on your team. With that Ten of Pentacles, the Star, the Chariot, they want things to work. They don't want dissent. You don't either. You don't want conflict. And at the end of the day, I don't think Andrew necessarily wants it either, but he's creating it. That's the thing. His behavior is inadvertently creating it, whether he's doing it consciously or subconsciously. And it's got to stop, because it's not allowing things to work. It's not allowing you to function and work as well as you can and need to. And you're a very important part of that workforce, and they know that. And that's something that he needs to know. He needs to recognize that, for sure. I'm sorry about earlier too. I feel like I was a little unprepared. I didn't have like I feel like I started a little bit later than I normally do. I think it was like 7 minutes, and I feel badly, but I needed to smudge. I needed to. It's the first of the month, so I have some rituals that I do. The first of the month. Maybe tough to come on the 4th. My job hours may be in conflict with that date. No problem. Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to be here. Just saying it. But definitely check back. And if you are the winner, I have your contact information because you always donate on PayPal. So I have your email, and I can also message you on PayPal. So if you're the winner, I can message you over there. But yeah, you can, and you can always just check in to see if you want. Okay. Thank you again, Maurice. Oh, I just heard my roommate come up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little worried about, I don't think any of the, well, actually no, I think one of the people in the raffle is actually Australian. So hoping that international shipping, you'd know this better than me. Well, actually, I used to do a lot of shipping. I used to have a business from my house. I'm hoping the winner isn't European. That's all I'm going to say. I'm shipping rocks, yo. I'm shipping rocks. Yeah, so hello everybody. Hello. Happy Saturday to y'all. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday day, evening, morning, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I don't think I did a full or proper intro at the beginning of my live stream. We just jumped right on into Maurice's reading. And now I'm blanking. So yeah, my name is Sophie. You can call me Sophie, you can call me Starry, you can call me Sophie, you can call me whatever you want. Well, not anything you want, but any of those three. And I am your friendly tarot reader for the evening. I can answer virtually any question you have, with the exception of medical or legal questions. I cannot answer those. I have been able to sometimes reword things. I've had help from clients reword things. They're not directly asking legal or medical. Usually works better with medical questions, but hard to do, and I can't be liable for anything. I can answer virtually any question other than legal or medical. I am also offering past life readings. I've been offering them for a long time. But I just have started marketing them more over this past month. I contact your spirit guides and I ask them to illustrate a past life of yours that they find to be the most relevant to the journey that you're on currently, your life's current journey. In this life. Those are always really quite fascinating. I also do soulmate confirmation readings. While I do not believe in twin flame theory, I do believe in soulmates, absolutely. And I am more than happy to ask your spirit guides if the object of your affections is your soulmates. It's different from asking if they give their blessing. I will say it doesn't necessarily mean that they give their blessing on the person. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're the only person you're going to be with. We have many soulmates in this lifetime, and we often meet quite a few of them and spend quite a bit of time with a lot of them. And just because, and furthermore, if someone isn't your soulmate, it also doesn't mean that you shouldn't be with someone that there isn't a purpose for your union with someone. But you will get clarity on what that entails. What else? I also offer private readings. I offer them one-on-one, of course, over Zoom. Email me or message me over Instagram. Yeah, and you guys should all follow me on Instagram. We can do private over Zoom, and there's no time limit. We go for as long as you need, or as long as you want to schedule. We pull as many cards as is needed, answer as many questions as you need to have answered. And those are offered by appointment only. So please email me or message me over on Instagram for information on those. I also offer private readings, not over Zoom, but over, they're very brief. They're basically like these readings. They're the same donation amount, and I do them over DM, over Instagram, or typed over email. And those are for my clients who just would like some more privacy, more discretion, for whatever reason that might be. What else? Oh, tonight we are using Luna's, I don't know who Luna is. I think it's just the name of the artist. It is Sanrio license. The cinema roll. I think some people over the camera so I can see what I'm doing. But it's really cute cinema roll. I can really see it. The lighting's not good for this. The color schema. Oh, that's a little better. You can see it when I tilt it. Cute cinema roll deck that I got off of Etsy. Yeah, by Luna Factory. Really cute. It's like the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it is cinema roll, like the character Baby Cinnamon. The Sanrio character. It's a Sanrio character, for those who don't know, and he's very cute. And yeah, between now and the 4th of February, as I was explaining to Mr. Maurice, I am doing a crystal giveaway that consists of, they're all raw. The stuff you'll be getting will be raw crystals. You'll be getting a couple extra goodies that might not be. But you will be getting at least 2 pieces of citrine, 2 pieces of clear crystal quartz, and 1 piece of amethyst. And for every 5 cards that you donate between now and the 4th of February, I will put your name into the raffle. So I donate for as many cards as you like. I don't mind. And as always, I will put your name into the raffle, and the winner will be announced on the 4th. If you are not here, I will do my best to contact you, and I will give you the winner 7 days to redeem their prize. If I haven't heard from you in 7 days and I can't contact you, I'll have to pull another name from the jar. So please be aware if you can't make it to the channel's birthday party on the 4th. It's the channel's 4th birthday. Then at least look out on my community page and whatnot. And yeah, all my donation information is obviously pinned at the top of the chat there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the news I've got. Yeah, it's the 1st of the month, as y'all know. And I usually do, I did, and I usually do almost every month. I try to do it every month. Just like I try to put all my crystals out. every full moon, but we can only do the best we can, right? But yeah, I did my cinnamon spell today. If you guys are interested in what that is, you can always ask me. I'm not way to divulge. Now that's interesting. So when I go into card count, it changes the parameters of the soulmate on the camera's movement. That's strange. Okay. Yeah, and as you can see at the also at the top of my chat, I have a poll going on tonight. I just want to know. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go horizontal or vertical with my readings. I know I can, I believe, I don't know if I can do both at the same time, to be fair. And I know I can do it from OBS. I can change the spatial parameters on OBS and switch it to horizontal. And I believe I can also simultaneously do vertical and horizontal. Although I did read somewhere on Reddit that YouTube will remove one of the videos if you have both. Hey Mahogany, how are you, love? There's nobody currently on the donation list. It's currently open, actually. So if you were to make a donation now, we would jump right on into your reading. Love, I hope you're doing well. All right, thank you so much. Also, Mahogany, right now, between now and the 4th of February, I don't know if you overheard, but I'm doing a crystal pack giveaway. And for every 5 cards that you donate for, I'll be adding your name to the raffle, of which I'll pick the winner on the 4th of February. We'll be having a party for my channel's 4th birthday party on the 4th. We'll be playing games for free readings and announcing the winner. So just wanted to look into that as well. Thank you very much, Mahogany, for your donation, girl. Please go ahead and post your question in there in the chat. And while you are doing that, I will add your name to the raffle. What I should do is also So what would it be like if I took romantic interest in this guy, Jay? I've known him for some time. He's really cool, and he always smiles when he's around. Also, he isn't my usual type exactly, but I do find him attractive a bit. Okay, yeah. You're a Leo, right? Are you a Leo? And do you know his sign? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it look like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Aquarius, his birthday is coming up actually in February. You guys are both Aquarius? Wait, are you a Leo? Was I right that you're a Leo? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it look like if what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? You are Leo, okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what would it be like if Mahogany took romantic interest in Jay? Let's see, girl. Knight of Cups. Three of Pentacles reversed. Excuse me. The Chariot. Six of Swords reversed. And Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Here's what I see, girl. I see him being very, very clingy. I see him falling really deeply head over heels for you if he hasn't already fallen very deeply for you in a very short amount of time. He's definitely this Knight of Cups here, which is really, really sweet that he has this cup of love for you, but it's also a little fast, if I'm going to be honest, especially for an Aquarius. I'm not saying you're not worth it. That's not what I mean. You are worth it. But I don't know how, if you only known him for a short amount of time, the energy that I'm getting from him is really, really intense. I don't know if he's told you, like, how he's felt or anything, but it's pretty heavy. And what I'm seeing is, I see things not working out, unfortunately, with this Three of Pentacles reverse, and I see you kind of, I don't want to say getting sick of him, but, like, yeah, I see you trying to make it, giving it a shot, you know, like you said, he's not your usual type, but I do see you, you know, if you do give it a go, give it your best, you know, college effort, I still see it not really resulting in like a Ten of Pentacles situation, or like Four of Wands or Two of Cups, you know what I'm saying? I've known him for months, not sure. Okay, but I gave him a gift for his birthday yesterday, but it was just friendly. Okay, so he hasn't been love bombing or anything like that, right? So it's just his energies that are overwhelmed, like, cause girl, like, he he hasn't been expressing it. That kind of makes sense if he's an Aquarius, he's not saying it. But he's really fallen deeply for you, girl. But I see it, it's not that he's a bad guy. It's just, I just see it not being a good match. Yeah, he definitely has an interest. He for sure has an interest, girl. Yeah. And that would make, as a fellow Aquarius, that checks out. I'm told that by dudes that I am, and I'm shocked, like dudes that I would be really interested in, or I'll be really interested in the guy, and he'll be like, I had no idea you were, like, I would have no idea you were interested in me. You know what I mean? And the men I've dated Aquarius dudes, and they're even more mysterious, but energetically, he dreams of you, girl. Yeah, he's this Knight of Cups. He would be clingy. Yeah, with the Six of Swords reverse, that's very clingy energy. Yeah, that's someone who you can't get rid of. Like, I don't see, like, dangerous stalker for sure. Yeah, do you want to expand on this? And I'll also add your name another time for another donation to the raffle. Yeah, with this nine, excuse me, and yeah, I'm looking at this Nine of Pentacles reversed too. It's like I see you giving. This is very similar energy to this Three of Pentacles reversed. It's like I see you, both of you, putting in. He doesn't need to put in a lot of. He will put in effort. He wants to put in effort, but I see it more as like you. It's like not forcing, but. Uh, It's there's an imbalance. Thank you very much, love. Yeah, let's expand on this, and I will also go ahead and quickly add this to the scrabble. Okay, and 5 more. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What would it look like if Mahogany were to entertain a romance with Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What would it look like if Mahogany were to go forward in the romance with Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What would it look like if Mahogany were to go forward in a romance with Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What would it look like if Mahogany were to go forward in a romance with Jay? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What would it look like if Mahogany were to go forward in a romance with Jay? Well, dang. Even when I think I found someone that may work, they still don't. I mean, it's just like my therapist when I was a teenager. Back when I was 16, girl, my counselor said to me, I was going through my first heartache, and I had never felt that way before. It tore me apart, and he was like, girl, he was hella gay. He was like, girl, you're gonna have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince. That's just the way it goes. I'm like, he could have put it a little kinder to a 16-year-old grieving from heartache. But I will say, there is something to be said about not thinking too fatalistically about, before I pull the cards, just a reminder that I have been told by Spirit to tell a lot of people lately, and they've been telling me that too, when we are dating, when we are out, meeting new people, about to go on dates with people, or assessing someone, to not be fatalistic about it. Fate is real, and there is someone real. There is a man out there for you who is going to work really well with you, for sure. It may not be this one, but you certainly don't want to be with one that you're going to have to try and force something to make it work, And it seems a frog-like this time, and trust me, I've seen a lot of frogs. Yeah, it's well, by frog, I don't mean that he's a bad guy, or that he's not hot, or not cool, or not worth it. It's more this Three of Pentacles reversed. There's an imbalance of affection, Six of Swords reversed, and I see things just fundamentally not working between the two of you. And it doesn't mean that, just because, but and even if two people really do like each other, sometimes that doesn't even mean that they should be together at that time. It might also be a matter of wrong place, wrong time. But let's see what else we have. We have the Empress. We have Queen of Pentacles. Have you ever gone on a date with him? King of Cups, the Moon, and Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he really, really, he's a cool person. We never dated or anything, though. I'll just keep it cool then. It's just keep it cool. Just get to know him, really. Don't put too much in, like, because he's putting a lot into this. He really is like, I think she's going to be my queen. I think she's going to be my Empress. This Queen of Pentacles, this Empress card. I want to be her king. This King of Cups, which is wonderful. That's really, really sweet. And that's why I do want you to get to know him. But I can't lie when Spirit is saying that there's something about the connection. He's not a bad man. Okay, they're not showing me sirens. They show me sirens if it's someone who I need to, if I need to, like, warn someone, danger, this person's dangerous, this person's going to be probably, like, really, like, a threat to you. He's not a threat to you. They encourage you to get to know one another. But yeah, keep it cool. Just get to know one another. Don't have the mindset of, like, he's going to be the one, He may be, but he also might not be, right? That he has that. And yeah, but he has that. Yeah, he already has it too. But I was looking for, but you're right, that doesn't always mean it will work precisely. Just because he also is looking for the same thing that you're looking for doesn't mean that it's exactly the same vision either. That might be, I don't know if you guys have talked about long-term visions of what you guys want, but with this Nine of Pentacles, I do feel like, and this Three of Pentacles reversed, I do feel like there might be a conflict there in terms of long-term goals. And it also doesn't mean, like I said, like, he certainly does really, really like you, and I can tell that you like him too. It sounds like you do. But I can, energetically, I just feel that he has stronger feelings for you than you do for him. And it might feel, I think he is hiding it really well. Is what it sounds like, and and I see that with the Moon card, he's concealing something, and I think he's concealing a lot of his feelings, and that's why you're in the dark there. Like, really, I think you seemed a little. I don't know if you were surprised. I told you that he was so into you, but yeah, he's really, really, really into you, and that's lovely. And I get it. You know, like, who wouldn't be into you? You're a catch, Mahogany, but I can't lie that, or, you know, I can't sit here and say that Spirit is saying that it would all be wonderful. They're saying that he would treat you well. They're saying that he would be very much a gentleman to you, but he would be a little clingy. There could be, I think there's a difference in long-term goals. And I feel like you may at times feel like you have to match your feelings to his, and that's like kind of forcing something a little bit that shouldn't have to be forced, you know. It doesn't look all terrible though, Mahogany. This is what I want to tell you. Like I said, he's definitely a good man. And I like, but who am I to say that? I'm not God. But like, your guides like him. He's a good guy, and I can see why you like him, and I obviously could see why he would be really into you. But it does kind of alarm me a little bit that he would allow himself to fall that so deeply, and A, not say anything, and B, like, not really. I'm not saying he's not doing much, but he may that also be an issue with him, is he may be a little out of touch with his emotions and his communication style, especially if he's an Aquarius. But hell, if he doesn't have those emotions for you, they're abundantly here. Well, that sounds like you're saying I wouldn't like him enough. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like, but it may only be because of this, because he likes you so freaking much. Like, it's a lot. It's heavy. Got all these kings, queens, these lovey-dovey, oh-bovey cards, and I'm not getting that from your energies. I do get that you like him. You are interested in him for sure. You wouldn't be asking me this question if you weren't interested. You do see potential. But, and I haven't read what you just posted. I'm sorry, I'm just finishing my thought here. But yeah, it's like he feels so strongly for you that I feel like, yeah, you would feel almost guilty, or like that you didn't like him equally. And it might feel a little like a lot. I don't know if you've ever been there when someone really, 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 really likes you, and it's flattering, and you like them, but you know that it's not equal. Do you know what I'm talking about? He did share with me the last woman he was with. He fell in love with her deeply, and he was good as he could be to her, but they didn't work, and it sounds like she doesn't like him enough either. They were married, and he said that it was like she wanted his sex and attention, but not him. Okay. Yeah, he definitely wants something sincere and real. I don't know if he wants children. I don't know if you want children. He's definitely a gentleman. He will treat you right. He will be good to you. But I do want you to give this a go. It may turn out for the better, honestly. I've been there before when a guy likes me more at the beginning, but eventually I started to like him and he didn't really give as much as he did at first. I've been there too, girl. Yeah, where a guy really, really likes me and I didn't really like him that much at first, and then as soon as I start liking him as much as he liked me, then he backs off. Is that kind of what you're saying? Because I've been there too. That's another scenario. And I'm not seeing that happening in this situation. I don't think that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a lot of love, a lot of affection. He'll definitely treat you right. I just think that long-term goals won't be met. There's something different about what you're looking for. I learned to slow down because of that. Yeah, me too. I've definitely had to learn to slow down a lot over the past 5 years or so, for sure. Yeah. I used to move so quickly, girl. You would have had no, like, I basically went against, like, all of the principles that I speak about on my channel about relationships. They're all basically the antithesis of what I did in the past. Like, don't do what I did because it didn't work. I don't fall for the okie dokes anymore. Yeah, for sure. I get you. And yeah, just, take it slowly. Get to know one another. He's got deep feelings for you, and I don't know how deeply he knows you yet. But I feel like it's more like he's just really drawn to your soul and your essence. Well, do you think the long-term goals can change? Because sometimes people change. It's possible. But does he have any kids already? I do see him wanting to get married, so I don't know what the opposition would be, and I don't see him necessarily not wanting children, but it could be the number of children. It could be the way he wants to raise his children. I just see some kind of opposition in terms of, but it is true. That is absolutely true. People do change. He could make alterations if you said, I want this, and it might not be something he's immediately looking for, but he might be, wanting to make a concession to be with you. But then it's that Page of Pentacles reversed. Like, you don't want him holding that over your head if he does make like an exception for you in some way. You don't want to. He has to make sure that he's totally like in it. Like, and I will say it's been hard to find someone with that energy that you just said. Usually when I ask about a guy, it's not good. Yeah, no, it's good energy. That I like him. I like his energy. But I feel like it's gonna feel a little overwhelming. He has one kid only, and I don't want a lot of kids. Okay, I don't have any. I just want one. Me too. I'm in the same boat, girl. I don't have any. I only want one. I don't want any more than just one child. Yeah, two's a crowd. Two's a lot. Two's a handful. But yeah, he might, and that could be. I don't know. He might want 2 or 3 kids. I don't know. He might want like a big family. He might want to raise them in a certain religion that you might not be aware of. Maybe he's part of like a religion that he hasn't told you about. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I do see some, but again, people do change and people do make exceptions and stuff. But just, take it, take it as it go. I would definitely definitely give this guy a try. I can't promise it won't work. I can't promise it will work. And I can't promise it won't work. The future is largely unwritten, mahogany. But as the current energies stand, what they're saying is he's crazy about you. He would treat you right, but it would, at least at first, it might put you off and feel clingy. It might feel overwhelming. And there also might be a difference in what long-term goals you guys have. That's just what Spirit is saying right now. But like you said, people change. Situations change. I definitely think you should give him a try. Spirit thinks you should give him a try. Hi, Planty. They can't promise, I rarely had promises from Spirit that a relationship's 100% going to work out till the end of time, till death do y'all part, because the future is largely unwritten, but he's a good guy. I don't think he will hurt you. I just don't. Yeah. I can communicate that. Yes, just be communicative with him. Be very transparent with him for sure. He will be transparent, I feel, with you. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Oh, thank you, Planty. But I understand that concern too, Mahogany, not wanting to hurt him. Yeah, not wanting to find yourself in a situation where you're like, okay, I don't know if I want to move forward. This is a little, I can tell he's feeling a certain type of way that I'm just not feeling. If you do feel that way, be open and honest about that too. But no, Spirit is definitely not saying don't go forward, but that's not something. Do I have time for another reading? Absolutely, I do have time for another reading. Yeah, girl, or guy, I'm sorry, I don't know your gender. I've only been on for a little over an hour, so we're still going strong. Yeah, I would love to read for you. We don't want, no one wants to get hurt, no one wants to hurt anyone. But yeah, Spirit, they can't promise it's gonna work, they can't promise it's gonna work. But he won't hurt you. He won't hurt you. He's worth a shot. He just might not be something might just give you the ick a little bit. It could be a clinginess thing. I don't know. Yeah, he does not deserve to be hurt. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Mahogany. He does not. He's a good guy. He is a good guy. And he's worth a shot. He's definitely worth giving a shot, giving some energy, just getting to know. Just take it day by day, Mahogany. Take it, or date by date, conversation by conversation. Just take it slowly. No need to rush things. Get to know, feel him out, feel each other out. As you like who you are as people, really get to know each other, and that's when you'll really know if you can see yourself long term with him. He can already see himself long term with you, is what I'm saying. And I don't know how well he knows you. That's why I'm like, that's, he might want to pump the brakes. I think both of you guys need to know each other better. I believe, we talked about this earlier, having to kind of slow things down, because in the past it didn't work out, or it would be dangerous in some way, but moving too quickly. But yeah, he's a good guy. And thank you so much, Mahogany. Yeah, I would definitely, he's worth a try. I kind of possibly see marriage with him too. If you can see marriage with him, like if you can, he can see that too. But marriage is forever, and you have to really, know someone if they're going to be forever, right? If you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone, you really want to know who they are. And I think you see him as marriage potential. And I could see that too, but I also think it's really, really important to try to not think that far ahead right now until you really know him better and feel like you know him very, very well. All the right questions and make sure before it goes too far, everything is on the table. Yeah, absolutely. Be very transparent and about your intentions and finding out what his intentions are. And I believe in you, girl. I really do. And you've got a good head on your shoulders. There's definitely potential here for sure. For sure. Oh, what is going on here? Sorry, 1 second. I'm contemplating on whether I should get a sugar daddy. I'm in a crisis. Oh, okay. You're very welcome, Mahogany. Thank you very much, love. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Well, I am definitely familiar, but it seems so out of character. How old are you, Planty? I mean, I have been there. I know I have friends who have been there when I was younger, and So I am familiar with that arrangement. So you're very young. I figured you were younger. Yeah, I just turned 39, so I'm an old lady. But yeah, when I was younger, that was something that I was familiar with my friends and with people I knew. Um, well, after college, so more when we were like 25. But yeah, no, I am knowledgeable on that area of on that subject. If you would like a reading. Yeah, yeah, that can be really tough when you're younger, and depending on where you live. Like I live in California, and I was living with my folks for a very, very long time, and I mean, for me and my friends, the way we were able to really afford it was going to college, going away to college. I don't know if you've considered, or if you're in college, or if you're considering college, but there's definitely a lot of scholarships and grants for BA programs and BS programs. Right. So the donation queue is currently open. And again, a reminder that it is the channel's, the Starry Tarot, the channel's birthday on the 4th. And we will be having a party. We'll be playing games to win free readings, and I will be pulling the name from the raffle for the crystal pack that contains 2 pieces of clear crystal quartz, handpicked, all handpicked by me, all raw, 2 pieces of citrine, and a piece of amethyst, and some surprise extra goodies as well. You're going to school soon. Oh, great, in April, but I've been unemployed for a while. Gotcha. Yeah, it can be really tough to be mobile and have, mobility and agency and autonomy when one's younger. I mean, it's hard when you're older too, but especially when you're younger and you're still building your resume and whatnot, going to school, for sure. I was going to say also. Oh, right. So for every, so the queue is open, the donation queue is open right now. And for every 5 cards that you donate for, that anyone donates for, I will put your name into the raffle. I have a terrible family and I have 0 friends, and I honestly am losing hope. No, don't lose hope, love. Don't lose the hope. Things will get better for sure. Absolutely. You're so young. You're so young. You're just in a space, literally, in an environment where it's hard to meet friends. It's hard to be for you to be mobile. I mean, there is the internet, which allows us to, communicate and not be quite as isolated as we might have been, like if this was like 30 or 40 years ago, right? I always think about that, like, oh my goodness, like if I didn't have the internet when I was a teenager, I would have gone cuckoo. I honestly wouldn't have met most of my friends. Most of my friends, even the ones I had like in high school, I met like usually like on like LiveJournal or something, or through like a community or something. But I often think like, damn, like if I grew up in the 80s, you know what I mean? Like but it also forced people to be more social and not be as afraid to talk to one another, which I do believe people have become now. Girl, I was all over MySpace. I was a MySpace queen. I wasn't a scene queen, I was goth. But, so I guess I was a scene queen. I was in the goth scene. I used to go to goth clubs every Monday. I went to Death Guild in San Francisco, which is still going strong. Still the same people there. I went there with my friend a few months ago, and there was this, I was 18 years old, girl, and I told her I just turned 39. I used to go when I was 18 until I was like 22, and there was this guy who looked kind of like David Lynch, rest in peace, had like really thick white hair, and he was just called the old guy, right? And he would just dance, and always like, he was there every freaking Monday. He was there like 3 months ago, and he looks exactly the same. He looks exactly the same. I'm like, whoa, is he a vampire? Like, he legit looked that way 20 years ago. That is crazy. Like, that's nuts. I think it's the hair. It like, men can, like, honestly not age for like years as long as they keep lots of hair, I feel. Women, we have some other tricks up our sleeve. But yeah, no, I loved MySpace. I met a lot of people on MySpace too. Like, and flirted with boys and stuff. I stopped using MySpace. I think it was like, I want to say my junior year of college was when we moved over permanently to Facebook. And Instagram too started getting big. Actually, no, Instagram started right when I graduated college. And I was one of the first people on Instagram. I was super emo from middle to end of high school. Yeah, it like got popular again, right? Which makes sense. I mean, like when I was, so I'm like 20 years older than you, right? So around. And when I was in high school, I was like a goth. I was like I listened to 80s music like exclusively, and like early 90s music, and like, yeah, The Cure and like Depeche Mode and Sisters of Mercy. And it was hella like 80s goth style. So that totally makes sense that like emo came back after 20 years. Did you have like the hair and everything? Then makeup. Oh yeah, so I've also started offering soulmate confirmation readings. Those are really really helpful. I was talking about that earlier. It's always interesting to see if the person who you're interested in or with is, if you had a life with them, a past life with them, and kind of get your spirit guide's perspective on like, well, I guess the object of your affections, really, because that also, they usually give their blessing or not when I ask that question too. Sorry, one second. You had the hair for sure. Oh, legit. I went through a gender thing, like gender dysphoria, so I cut my hair and it would literally cover my eye. Oh, are you trans? Or you're non-binary. Okay, legit, a non-binary friend of the channel. It's interesting. Yeah, because I called you girl at first, and I don't like to. I pretty much call everyone girl. It's a habit I've had for years. Call men girl, like hey girl, hey girl. But not every person is cool with that. So I apologize for that. But Yeah, and I have quite a few non-binary clients, members of the channel, and I remember my first non-binary client. I was about to give them a reading, and when I give a reading, most questions I need your gender and the gender of the person you're asking about to ask the question. So I asked them what their gender was. I was like, I don't know. I haven't called you girl or guy because I can't like get a read on your like gender. I've got really like amazing gaydar, but I like could not pick up this person's gender at all. I'm like, and they're just like, yeah, I'm non-binary. That would make sense. I'm like, okay, that checks out for sure. Yeah, I because like at first I called you girl. I'm like, wait, let's rewind. I don't know for sure if that person is a girl, or if they'd be cool with me saying that. So, but that is just one of my habits from back in the day. Call everyone girl. You can call my boyfriends girl. I'll be like, hey, girl, girl. So yeah, I can usually pick up people's energies if they're more feminine or masculine. Sometimes you can even tell just by the way someone types. I can usually tell people's demographic in different ways by how people type. I think it's because I was an English major and I'm a writer. Um, but I can usually tell, like, I could tell you were much younger than me. Um, I felt that energetically. I didn't feel that from your typing. But I did feel that you were a youthful spirit. And I couldn't quite get a sense of your gender. Um, but I usually get that, yeah. Sometimes I even get visions of what people look like physically, and then sometimes some people have like their like photo and like their ID on their PayPal or like their CashApp or whatever. And I'll like see what they look like. I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's crazy because I like was imagining you. Like I had a vision of you, what you look like, and you look exactly like that vision. It's crazy. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, you know you. You know, like you know who you are. And I'm hoping that's not a point of contention with your family. I don't know what your family is like or even where you live in the country or where you live in the world. You know, not everywhere is super supportive of our, non-binary brothers and sisters, folks, brethren, sisters. Solidarity. It is, yeah. I'm so sorry. I had a feeling it was. Do you live in the South or somewhere like that? I get the sense that your parents are really not on the same page as you are. And I do feel like it's temporary. You live in Canada, okay. I do get the sense that it is a temporary thing. Um, I also get the sense that it has been a point of contention for a while, though. It's not like things have not been easy with them for a while. But I also feel that they absolutely will improve as you get older. Will they be understanding of who you are as a non-binary person? I truly hope so, that they come to that understanding that that's who you are. You know, like, it's not a choice. It's how you're born. It's how you identify. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. God damn it, I need a kid. I'd be the coolest parent, honestly. They could be whatever they want it to be. Send me any child, God, and I will nurture them. Well, I think it's wonderful that you live your truth, my friend. I think it's not just wonderful, but it's what you. If you weren't living your truth, you would. I feel that you would be I know you're hurting a lot right now, you're in a crisis, but I also feel like you would be in a different crisis if you were living an identity that wasn't you, you know? Um, you would feel like an imposter, and maybe you would have your parents' support, but there would be, you would feel like a liar, or like not a liar, but like imposter syndrome. You know, you wouldn't be living your truth, and that's so brave of you and courageous and strong, and you're a youthful spirit, but you're an old soul for sure. Um, that takes a lot of strength to live your truth in the face of opposition, and I support you. And I'm just some lady on the internet, but that's really legit. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. I've heard that from other people too. Like if I wasn't able to, be a gay man or, a lesbian or whatever the case may be, um, that they would have unalived themselves. Forget it. In fact, I'm gonna tell you a story. I don't know you very well. You're brand new to my channel. Thank you, by the way, for your subscription to the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna tell you a story that I don't think I've ever shared on this channel. Um, I mentioned earlier that I do past life readings, and I've been studying past life regression actually since childhood. But I have been undergoing past life regression and done past life regression multiple times in my adulthood. And one of the lives that I had, it was actually my last life. It was in the 1950s, and I was a young lady. I was really, really, oh, I'm smart now. I went to UC Berkeley. I'm a smart girl, but I was really, really, good at math and science, which is like the opposite of me. Like I was super like amazing at physics. Like, I think that physics was like my thing. And I just remember like in this vision I had a huge family, and I felt like totally ignored by my parents, and I had 5 little brothers who they paid all their attention to, and I was like much older than my younger siblings. And I'm gonna try not to get emotional saying this, but I was a lesbian. I was very very masculine young lady. I was like a tomboy, and this was in the 50s. Okay, like really conservative 50s. Like I was looking at my bedroom, and it was very much like Nancy Drew, but like with lots of like sports trophies, and which is surprising because women like weren't even allowed to like play sports. So I don't know how I was able to do that, but like, yeah, I think I like somehow like got onto boys teams and stuff. Like I was a real tomboy, and I think I didn't come out as a lesbian to my folks, but they didn't like the tomboy. So I went off to college. I went to Harvard. I recognized the campus. I was like, damn, shit, I'm at Harvard. And because that's part of past life regression. I can do it through tarot. Like I get past life regressions, and that's part of it is I'll tell you like what it looks like around like the vision I'm getting, like what I'm seeing around me, like you when you're like 15, you when you're 25, you when you're 30, whatever. Anyway, so at this point in the vision, I was in college, and I left my family, and I was so happy to have left them. I was about your age now, a little younger, like 18. And I fell in love with a girl, and she was my roommate, and we got caught doing the nasty pistachio dance together, and by our RA. And instead of just closing the door, like I'm sure they would today, not even opening the door, they expelled both of us. And not only that, but in the 50s, being gay was a mental illness. And my family made it very clear that I was being sent to a mental hospital. I was going to be institutionalized. And that was not a very long life. I basically unalived myself with my father's shotgun. before the, like, I heard, like, the car, like, I saw the car coming around the corner. And I went into the shed and I unalived myself. And I'm not gay. I'm straight. I have hella gay friends. Most of my friends are gay. And it's been that way. Shit. Since I was a little girl, I had a little, one of my first little best friends was this boy who was, my friend Aaron. He loved Barbies and The Little Mermaid. I was like 4 or 5, and I was like, finally, a guy who like knows what like cool things are. I never thought like, oh, this is weird or anything. I was like, oh, fine, yeah. Like I would like look for like the little gay boys, you know, like the opposite of tomboys, like, and they would be my friends. And so yeah, I've always like kept queer company and really advocated for the queer community and felt very strongly about that, and have always aligned myself with them. And I never quite knew why, other than they loved me. Gay guys really like me a lot, and that means a lot to me. And it's a selfless love. You know, it really is. Yes, we love femboys, sassy boys. We love them. It's funny. One of my closest friends right now is a gay man. He's actually pretty masked. He's probably one of the most masked gay men I've ever been friends with. But when he you get him talking about Sailor Moon, and then you hear the gay. Then you hear it. Hey, Steven, if you're watching. Yeah, no, it made me realize, I think that was a big reason why gay people, the gay community, I just always stood so firmly with and aligned myself with. And I had that vision. I did that past life regression. I think I was like in my early 30s. It was not too long ago. Or I might have been 29, 28, late 20s. And it was just like, oh my gosh, that explains everything. That explains so much. That explains why I get along so well with lesbians, for sure. I love my lesbians. And yeah, why I am such a fierce ally, you know, because I needed one, and I didn't have any in my last life. For sure. Yeah, no, it's important for people to know queer history, and just how real that shit was. Like, I lived in New England. My family, I believe they were liberal. As far as I remember, I think they like voted for Kennedy. And were definitely like not like Eisenhower supporters. Yeah, they were a liberal family, but despite that, I was still crazy for being gay, because that's just how the world saw the world then, largely. Maybe if I lived in like New York, like it would have been like East Village or something, like maybe then I could have like lived my truth a little bit and like lived a bit of a double life. But I lived in the burbs, like in Massachusetts, in this past life, so it was not gonna happen. But yeah, no, it's I needed one. I needed an ally in my last life, and so yeah. Past life regression is fascinating. It's very useful. It's a very useful tool, and in healing within one's own life's journey, your current life's journey. Yeah, like the past life readings that I give, I specifically ask your spirit guides, like, I want you to illustrate for me the past life that you think is the most relevant to my client's current issue in their life, or their challenge in their soul's journey. Oh, for sure, love. Absolutely. Yeah, if you wanted to do a soulmate reading, I'd love to do one for you. Here's the info for that. How many cards are those? Yeah, cards I do. So 10 cards? I think that's 10 cards. Yeah, it's a 10 card reading. So yeah, if you donated for a soulmate reading, you'd also be put into the crystal raffle twice. But yeah, it's really, you're going to get past life, but I'll ask for oh, sorry. I meant to put past life. I'm so sorry. I put soulmate. I'm so sorry. I meant to put past life. This is the past life information. I am sorry, honey. Oh, no, sorry. This is it. Type that right. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, here. So this is the past life one. And yeah, it's, I believe this one is also 10 cards. And yeah, we ask, you know, I ask specifically what would help this person the most. So, you know, illustrate something that would help them navigate their journey. You know. Okay, so you came in here and you mentioned that you were on the fence about having a sugar daddy. And that's not something you've done before. My advice, I mean, if you want personal advice, I mean, all I can say is I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as both people are on board. And when I say on board, like, feelings don't get hurt. You, like, not falling for the sugar daddy and the sugar daddy not falling for you in an unhealthy way. But an exchange, an arrangement. But it's something that you have to feel comfortable, as long as you feel comfortable with it. And that's the thing, is you can, you know, go on a date with a potential one, just go on a date, you know. I don't call that desperate. I wouldn't call it desperate love. Many a person has had a sugar partner. And you might even really enjoy their company. You know, that's, I mean, that would be something that Tara would be able to answer more than me. I can't tell you that, but, you might enjoy their company. They would enjoy yours for sure. That's what they're paying for. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to break is don't try not to adhere to that stigma, because stigmas are dirty. They're not cool. They're slimy. Stigmas are judgments. They're unfair judgments. There are some, you know, stay safe for sure. Don't go, and I don't feel like you are the type to go around hurting people intentionally. Definitely vet people. Make sure that they're safe and that you feel safe around them. Make that the terms are very clear between the two of you, but that you feel safe, and you feel comfortable, and that you don't. And there might be, you know, it's gonna be people that don't know you. They might look and like, you'll be out to dinner or something, and someone might give you a dirty look or something. That's just, that is part of the package. Sometimes that happens. It's probably going to be it's going to be someone who's jealous of you being spoiled. So just know that it's just jealousy and insecurity. If somebody is looking down upon you being spoiled by someone, yeah, safety should be your number one thing in this. Absolutely, definitely. That's what I mean by telling you to definitely vet this person, whether they're a man or a woman. I don't know, but vet this person, get to know them, go on a date, maybe not just one date, maybe 2, 3 to get to know them. Definitely get to know them. Talk about the terms, the conditions, what you're looking out for, what you need, what your needs are. They'll tell you the same, but also make sure that, be aware that there is inherently going to be a bit of a power imbalance because they have money, but at the same time they're paying for the joyousness of your company, you know. The thing is, I look a lot younger than my age, so if I'm with an older guy, that may look really bad. I look a lot younger than my age too, hun, and I tend to date older gentlemen. I get some dirty looks. And I've just had to deal with that. It's just jealousy. They're just jealous haters, really. Why would anyone give a dirty look to someone for expressing love towards someone? And especially, here's the thing: if when I'm an older lady, which won't be too long, but when I'm an older lady, I know I'll still be looking good. I keep myself up, all right. And hopefully, I'll be a rich older lady, and maybe I'll want to take a younger lover. I highly doubt that any man would look at me with disdain if I took that young man out. But I'll tell you who would look at me with disdain. Women. You know, maybe some men, but there are going to be some of those jelly energies, and it's just don't let it affect you, because you don't know them, so they don't matter to you. Mind over matter. It's actually what I learned from someone I used to date. They don't let it matter to you, because they don't mind. You're never going to see them again. You don't know them. They're not a part of your life, you know. And again, yeah, really look at the big picture. If they are giving someone a dirty look for being on a date with someone and being spoiled and having an age gap, that's on them. You know what I mean? You're living your life. You're doing you. It's your life, not theirs. You know, they're not living your struggles. They don't know you. They know your life. You know, one of my favorite quotes is a very simple quote that from Plato. He said, "Be kind, for everyone is fighting a very difficult battle." You know, like, just be kind, because we're all fighting a really hard battle. Everyone is, and that's, we often try to hide our struggles. You know. I think you should. Just try it. Just try it. You never know unless you try. I just feel like I need to break from this hell cycle and take a risk. And you might have fun too, girl. Friend. You might have fun. You might enjoy their company. Seriously, you'll enjoy being spoiled. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice being told that you're beautiful, you know, that you're fun to hang out with, that you're funny, you know, like, just you know, as long as they're safe people, and you know you're safe and you're in a safe space and environment, I don't think you're taking a risk. I think you're stepping outside of your comfort zone is what you're doing, to hopefully create some kind of change in your life. And it may not, you know, but you'll also never know how you feel about trying it unless you try it. Oh, okay. Oh, that changes things a bit. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hmm. So I'm guessing you're a virgin. You don't have to answer that. That is so not my business. But, okay, well, you're a virgin dating. We know that. Never done any. Okay. All right. Yeah. I would definitely try that first. I would try dating first before a sugar daddy or mommy, whatever, sugar person situation. That changes things a lot. Yeah. Not only because physical involvement is typically expected in those kind of arrangements, and it's one thing to have. You could find a really rich partner. They don't have to be a sugar mama or daddy. You could date someone and they could have to, you know, take care of you, but then you're also going to be bound to them. And if something goes wrong with them, then you're stuck in that situation. That's an Eight of Swords situation in tarot. you'd be stuck. And I've seen that happen. I've been there. And it's not a good place to be. It's really hard to get out of. And yeah, so I would start with dating, my friend, first. I now that you've told me that, it would just be temporary. Yeah. That's a lot though. I just don't, I know I don't know you, but, and I haven't read for you, so I haven't picked up your energies fully, but I just get the sense that you would feel uncomfortable being physical with someone for the first time and having it be a transactional thing. You know what I mean? Maybe you would be okay if you're fine with that. Honestly, then go for it. You know, sell your virginity to someone. You know, though people do sell that, and you can get a lot of money for that. I'm pretty sure it's illegal, so I shouldn't be saying that, but I have seen like crazy YouTube videos where like, yeah, like people have, I'm sure you've heard of them. Yeah, yeah, because at that point you'd be selling your virginity, and because that's precious, you know. Then you're actually undervalued. If you don't tell the person that you're a virgin, you're giving them a bargain. People pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to take people's virginity. It's what I've heard. And I don't know how people arrange these things. I don't know, but I think there's like websites and stuff like that. I don't know, but that's something to consider. You don't want, you also want to explore your other options, sweetheart. You don't have to knee-jerk react. I know when we are in desperate times that our knee-jerk reaction is to go for the wildest possible thing to get us out of that situation. But I think I think you mentioned that you're unemployed. I think working would be good, starting to work a little bit, and you don't even necessarily have to be like employed. Like you could do a side hustle. Like I don't know if there's anything you do like make jewelry or anything like that you could sell, or if you like I used to sell used clothes like goth wear on eBay when I was your age, and I used to go to goth clubs. Sometimes I even got into buying wholesale clothes, and I had an eBay store. Now I guess it would be an Etsy store. I mean, people still use eBay, but not much, but or Poshmark. But yeah, that's Four of Swords. Take a step back and like look at everything that you can, all the skills you have, and that you can market, and that you can profit from and capitalize on, because you have value. You can make pentacles for sure. I lost my job when COVID happened. I wasn't able to work, and I was very forlorn. And you're on Depop. Cool. That's kind of like Etsy, right? Yeah, during COVID, I was really lost and really scared and not able to work. And I got into tarot very young. I was like 13 when I got into tarot. I kind of stepped away from it for a little bit. It's more similar to Poshmark. Oh, cool. Oh my God, I'm dealing with, it was my birthday last week, so somebody who loves me very, very much gave me a gift, and I bought something with that money, an Alexander McQueen scarf that I really, really wanted. And it's a 2-day free shipping, express shipping. I'm like, sweet, because I was about to go to Mexico with my family. It took 2 weeks to get here, and it was shipped from Italy. And they sent me the wrong scarf. I'm like, you guys sent me the wrong scarf. I'm not paying to ship this back, and I'll gladly take an exchange if I can get the one bought, but this is the same thing. I showed them a picture. They're like, we'll get back to you. It's been like 3 days. I know it's the weekend though, but I'm giving them till Tuesday. Anyway, but yeah, so sidebar there. But yeah, definitely like, so yeah, my COVID story. So during COVID, I wasn't able to work my regular job. I'm a model, photographic model, and an art model at art schools. And that was all shut down during COVID. Couldn't do face-to-face stuff. Some models were doing remote modeling, but I didn't really have a space to do that, and I didn't have the technology to set it up really. And I was depressed. I think all of us were, right? And I started watching live tarot readings on YouTube channels, and I loved them, and they really helped me. And I would often ask, like, what should I do with my life? What should I do with my life? And they would always be vague but helpful. I found that's a question that spirit won't directly answer, like what to do with your life. They want you to figure it out. And I did. I was like, oh my God, this. I would go on these tarot channels, and like, the readers looked like they were having so much fun, and they were. I have so much fun when I'm reading. I have so much fun when I'm on my channel. I was like that I realized that I looked at them and was almost envious. I was like, wait, I could do that. I could set up a channel. I could, I'd have to put in work, which I did. I only gave free readings for, like, to basically, like, establish myself for, like, 6 months or something, 3 months. People still donated for readings because the line, like, if they wanted to skip the line, of free people who were waiting for free readings. But I definitely had, that was kind of like my internship, so to speak. But yeah, my channel's now 4 years old. It's taken off for sure. Thank you very much for your donation, Leanne Blue. I can't really do much for you, hun. I'll definitely ring the bell for you. Thank you so much. How are you doing? I could really pull maybe one card with that. That's adult. Yeah, one card. That because that's Canadian. And that's $1.55 US, and SuperChat's already a higher rate. So, yeah, I would only be able to pull one card for you. Okay. Unless you wanted to add to your SuperChat. I don't have a vision of what you look like. I haven't gotten one. I haven't done a reading for you, so I don't know. That's when I'll often, I don't always get a vision when I do readings for people, but it often happens. Yeah. But it's only when I pull cards for people. Leanne Blue, I can pull one card for you for $1.55 super chat, but that's not, I mean, yeah, I could pull one card, but I can't do a full reading. If you donate for more, I can do a full reading for you. A mini reading is $9.99 USD on super chat. So the difference would be, well, first we'd have to put it into currency converter. Canadian dollars. Okay. So $9.99 would be 14.53 Canadian dollars, and you donated two, so that would be yeah, $12.53 Canadian dollars if you wanted to do a mini reading, which would be 5 cards. Okay, love. And Planty, yes. The past life reading. He wanted to do the soulmate reading. Let's see. The soulmate is soulmate is, yeah, 1616. Yeah. If you wanted to do soulmate, no problem. Liam Blue. Oh, you want to do a soulmate reading? I can't do a soulmate reading with one card, hun. No. If you want to do a soulmate reading, yeah, it's $16, and well, over SuperChat, soulmate is not 1616. It is, if you wanted to get a soulmate reading, and if you have to use SuperChat, it is $21.21. Okay, or 1616 if you wanted to use CashApp or PayPal or Venmo. So yeah, let me know, my friends, because yeah, okay, perfect timing, you guys, because I've been on for exactly 2 hours now, which is when I do my last call for all donations. So this is great timing. Yes, yeah, I can pull one card. Yeah, for a yes, I can do a yes or no question, one card. Yeah, if that's all you can donate for, we'll do one card, okay? But I normally can't do that, but I'll do that for you tonight if it's just a yes or no question, okay? Ah, no. Thank you very, very much for your donation. Thank you, love. All right. So let's go ahead and start this. Liam, what is his name? I need to know his name, and what is his sign, and what is your sign? Sorry about that. Okay, he is a Libra, Linden, and you are a Pisces. Okay, hon. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Linden reach out to Leanne in the next month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Linden reach out to Leanne in the next month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Linden reach out to Leanne in the next month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Linden reach out to Leanne over the next month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Linden reach out to Leanne over the next month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Linden reach out to Leanne over the next month? Okay, let's see. We have the Sun. Yes, that is a very solid yes for me. Granted, it is just one card, but that tells me yes. Yeah. I don't know how long it's been since you guys last spoke or since he last reached out to you. But the Sun is definitely a card of not just communication, but like one's presence in your life returning, and also new beginnings. So it's not just like him reaching out to you without any intent. Like I feel like it's with the intent of a proposition of some type, or possibly an apology or reconciliation of some type. But there's definitely a message of yeah, communication, new beginnings. You talked last year, you miss him, you don't feel comfortable calling him, or did you guys get in an argument or something? Because I feel like he'd be happy to hear from you, but maybe it's, I don't know the whole situation, maybe it's more complicated than that, but I do feel like he would like to hear from you too, with that energy. But it's also confusing too with romance and communication. You know, sometimes it's hard to not. It's not like you're playing games, but it's definitely about like being. You don't want to throw yourself at people. You want to be tactful in your communication. You know what I mean? As long as I know it's a solid yes. It feels like a solid yes to me. That feels like a solid yes to me. But I do have to say, that's why I normally don't pull one card readings, Leanne, because if I were to, normally my minimum is 5 cards for any answer, yes or no, or any answer. And we just pulled one. So with that one, it looks really good. But I would feel more comfortable giving you a more solid yes if I had more cards to go on there. But that one looks good, and the energy feels good. And yeah, thank you very much, Leanne. Thank you very much, love. I appreciate you. All right. Yes, for sure. Let me know how things go. You know, keep me posted. I'm always interested. And also, girl, come back on the 4th. It will be the channel's 4th birthday. We'll be having a party. We'll be playing games for free readings, just like back in the day. I don't know if you were a part of the channel when I used to do that, but we'll be playing guessing games for the chance to win free mini readings. And I will also be pulling. I don't know if you're in the raffle, actually, but I'll also be pulling the winner of the crystal raffle. But yeah, that would be great to see you on the 4th. Thank you so much, love. All right, Planty, thank you so much, Planty, for your donation. Let's get on into this soulmate reading, my friend. All right, so let me get into card mode. Switch more space here. All right, Nancy 13. We're going to do a soulmate confirmation reading. Wait, Planty. So, okay. So you're doing a soulmate reading, but you're single right now. Avani, that's so funny. That's what I was just about to look up. Thank you so much. I'm like, what was their name? Hey, country girl, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Avani. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, so I would love to do a soulmate reading for you. But the soulmate reading is a confirmation of someone in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friends. It could be a cat. It could be a pet. It could be a family member. It could be anybody in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, to see if you had a past life with them. Yeah, that's what I thought you told me. Okay. Do you have a crush on someone right now? So who do you want to ask about? Is all I need to know. Oh, about a future lover? Okay. Yeah, that's not really the soulmate. The soulmate reading is a confirmation for someone currently in your life. Um, it's okay. It's okay, Avani. It's all good. I mean, it's not good to feel isolated or to be isolated. But things change. Your life is not going to be stagnant, and your life is not going to remain the same forever. Trust me, girl. Trust me. Sorry if I keep calling you girl. I call everyone girl. Um, and I don't mean anything by it, but trust me, please. Your life will look very different. Um, are there anything you pick up on me just asking? No, not in particular, country girl. I don't know you. Are you new to the channel? Okay, so Avani, what can we do for you? Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for your subscription, country girl. We appreciate it. So Avani, how do we want to do this? So yeah, I could ask if if your next lover, hey, I could do this for you, Avani. I could ask if your next lover, your next partner, will be a soulmate of yours. Yeah, or we could switch to past life. Um, uh, it's not like Beavis and Butthead right now. Uh, One sec. Where is it? Past lives, yeah, past life is 1919. So it's a little, let's see, you donated 1616, so it would be 16. It's an additional $3.03 if you wanted to switch to the past life reading, which we could totally do. I'm happy to do that for you. No problemo. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. Perfect. And yeah, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go grab another soda. I'd be thirsty. I'll be right back too. All right. Your love life, I don't have. Wondering about that. You're single right now, country girl? Single Pringle? We're all single Pringles in here tonight. All right. Bonnie is back. Good to see you. I am back myself. And thank you so much. I just got your additional donation. Thank you very much. Yes, I got it. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. You're single right now, country girl. It's all good. It's all good. Just put your, I mean, you can donate for a reading if you'd like, hon, and we can ask about the future of your love life if you want. See, what's coming towards you. And also the current energies. I can get into contact with your spirit guides and ask them, what can country girl expect? And is there anything that she is not doing or that you want her to do that would help her meet her person faster? Or, I mean, because it's about meeting the right person. They want you with the right person. They don't want you to be with someone who you're not, again, who's not going to be right for you, or you're not going to at least learn something from. And soul guides are firm believers, and I am too, that no one great comes quickly or easily into our lives, and nothing does, people included, and other things as well, achievements, jobs, whatever the case may be. It can take some time, and that could also be a factor too. They might. So I don't know. I don't know if they're, Prince Charming could be around the corner, or Princess Charming. I don't know your persuasion, but your person could be right around the corner. I don't know. But I could definitely look into it for you. All right, Avani, let's get right on into your reading. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, and what's your sign? I forgot to ask. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life of Avani that will help her the most in her current journey. Fellow Aquarius, nice. February, angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life of Avani's that will help them in their current journey right now. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life of Avani that will help them in their current life's journey right now. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life of Avani's that will help them in their current life's journey at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life for Avani that will help them navigate their current life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a relevant past life for Avani that will help them for their current life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate past life for Avani that will help them with their current life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate the past life for Avani that will help them with their current life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life for Avani that will help them with their current journey. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life for Avani that will help them with their current life's journey. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life for Avani that will help them with their current life's journey. And you're they, them, right, huh? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life for Avani that will help them with their current life's journey. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life for Avani that will help them with their current life's journey. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please illustrate a past life of Avani that will help them with their current life's journey. Your birthday is on the 13th. Well, happy early birthday, my friend. And please, of course, I would love to see you return to my channel. I like you a lot. You're very, I like your energy. You're definitely a vibe of the tribe. And so, of course, I welcome you to come back to the channel anytime. But please come back on not only on the 4th for the channel's birthday, but come back on your birthday. Everybody gets a free mini reading on their birthday. So, yeah. Country girl, definitely, you're right. I truly want it to be a forever marriage. Okay, I understand. Next time I have money and we get into it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, for sure. You're very welcome, love. Thank you. All right, Bonnie, let's see this. Let's see. One second. Device is low. All right. 9 of Swords. Yeah, and you too, country girl. Come to the channel on the 4th. We will be having a party for the channel's birthday. We'll be playing games for free readings all night. So that would be a great time for you to try a reading from me. 9 of Swords. 6 of Wands. The Hermit reversed. 3 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. The Chariot. 10 of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. And the High Priestess reversed. Okay, all right. Give me a moment here. I'm dissecting the image I'm getting. So in this past life, you were in this past life you were a man. You identified as a man. You were born, whoa, on 2:13 a.m. on 2:13. No way. That's cool. I totally believe you. That's really cool synchronicity. My best friend in high school, her birthday was the 13th as well. Yeah, I really like other Aquariuses myself. I don't know how you feel, but I get along with other Aquariuses really well. It's hard to date Aquarius dudes, I will say, as a hetero woman. It's hard. But they're good friends, so long as you don't fall for them. But, yeah, Aquarians I get along with those real well. And other air signs, too. I love Geminis, too. Leos, even though they're a fire sign. All right, so you were a man in this in this life, in this vision that I'm getting here that they are describing for me, and that's another interesting fact too that I have read in my studies and that I've been told by my spirit guides is that we live our lives as different genders, and interestingly enough, you are like third gender in this life. You know, you don't identify with either of the genders. In this life, you were like a man's man. Like you were a farmer in this life, okay? And you worked effing hard. You were the man of the house. You were the daddy. You had hella kids. It wasn't a glamorous life, unfortunately. I have definitely I've given some soulmate readings to people that had some very glamorous, like, highfalutin past lives. This one was not very glamorous or harmonious. In fact, that was part of the issue, was that you adhered so strongly to preconceived societal notion. You were American. This was in America. You lived in America, and I believe this was right before the Great Depression. I think you passed away right before the Great Depression. You didn't suffer through that. However, you tilled the land. I'm definitely seeing this with this 7 of Pentacles right here. But you had a lot of worries and doubts. You had a huge family. I'm seeing that with this 10 of Cups reversed, and it wasn't easy. You had a wife. I'm very much getting, you know that famous painting, American Gothic, right? I'm very much getting that kind of a vision. Like, you lived a long life, despite the fact that you had a physically very laborious job. You did not, it kept you strong. It kept you very strong into your old age physically. But mentally, you had a lot of feelings that you felt you weren't allowed to express, feelings of warmth and love that you felt that you were actively discouraged from expressing when you were a little boy in this lifetime. I'm guessing that would be like the 1800s America. You were raised a little boy and you were told, and you were all raised on the same farm. You were born on that farm, you died on that farm. And you inherited it from your dad. He inherited it from his father. And I wouldn't be surprised if that farm is probably still there today, to be honest. Wow, okay. It's in Arkansas. I've never had that specific of, they just told me what state it, because I'm just seeing like prairie land. It looks like, the beginning of the Wizard of Oz, but they're saying, well, it's not Kansas, it's Arkansas specifically. And the farm is still there to this day. Really, really interesting. And that's another message I have gotten from other people, for other people in their past life readings, that they're either their artwork or their writing like exists like in an attic somewhere to this day, and now they've passed away and they're in a new life, in a new body, and there's like 100-year-old documents like in some attic. But there's this very old farm in Arkansas, and you tilled the land, and it was very, yeah, you were very much like told not to cry. Boys don't cry, but you were a very sensitive man. But you held it all inside, this Ace of Cups, and you worked, and you were a people. You weren't so much a people pleaser. You were definitely a people pleaser when it came to your work, but you were really calling the shots. But when it came to your clients and the produce that you provided for them, you felt you would bend over backwards for them. And that was something that they really appreciated about you. But some people took advantage of that, and that hurt you. That was something that really would hurt you sometimes, is people would take advantage of your good graces, your kindness, and you would feel like you couldn't express yourself because you weren't allowed to as a man. If you did tell this dude, client of yours, fellow man, hey, like, I kind of feel like you're taking advantage of my good graces, you felt that he would have laughed at you, or like you had a backbone in this life, but you didn't recognize it as much as you should have. You were courageous and strong, but you didn't feel courageous and you didn't feel strong. But you were. Spirit is confirming that. Your family knew you were, your children, your wife, they all knew that. But no one actively told you. That was another thing. It's like your family, this family that you had, you raised them like you were raised. And you had mostly boys. They weren't allowed to express themselves, just like you weren't. You had like I want to say 3 daughters, and they were, because they were in the minority, they kind of went the way they were kind of tomboyish a little bit. They were not quite as feminine as other girls. Mom was also working the farm too, so it wasn't we didn't have time for like makeup and being feminine, or like ideas of femininity in America in the early 1900s. That was something that your family felt was like a frivolity, expressing one's gender. putting on lipstick, having the because your daughters did want to do those things. Like Dolly Parton talks about that, like when she grew up, Podunk, Tennessee, on a farm with like 12 brothers and sisters. They couldn't afford makeup, and she always wanted to be that girly girl that she is today. And so she would go and like she would improvise. She would get like Kool-Aid and shit, and like, or she, no, not even Kool-Aid. She'd like go and pick like certain types of flowers that were like red, and like her sisters and her would like make their own like makeup, and they had they did it right. This family did not. This was not a Dolly Parton family. This was a family that was not in, no one was in touch with their divine feminine nor their divine masculine, but especially no one was in touch with their divine gendered energies. Like, mom wanted to be told she was beautiful and desired, but she felt like, sex was just a duty and a means to bearing children, and that was her job. And so she felt also very repressed, gender-wise. And it was I don't want to say it's your fault. It wasn't your fault. It was the fault of the way you were raised. Like, you weren't even told, like, to tell your wife that she was beautiful. Like, that was, like, and that's, you're still a man if you tell your woman she's a beautiful woman. I'm sorry, that don't make you any less of a man. If anything, that makes you more of a man. But he was not raised that way. And so she was never told she was beautiful. And I don't think she ever really realized that she actually was loved. And I'm seeing that with this Hermit reversed and this Ten of Cups reversed, is that while you guys did love one another and helped one another out and worked well with each other and were there for each other through thick and through thin, through illness and health, at the same time, there was a lot of repressed emotions, a lot of repressed feelings on everybody's part in the family. Like, it was a functioning family. There were good times, for sure, with this Six of Wands and the Chariot. Yes, there were definitely, like, you guys definitely had family gatherings. You had, like, beyond your huge family that you had on the farm, you had family that would come and visit you from outside other towns, like, once a year. And you guys would throw, like, there was like an annual thing you guys would throw, like, I'm guessing like a family reunion, and people would, like, I'm seeing people like come in like horse and buggies to come to stay with you and celebrate with you. You guys would serve hella food, cook hella food, and prepare it all together, and there were good times. There was love, but it was never spoken. It was all acted. It was all shown through taking care of one another. And that's kind of like, and I think that you kind of felt that might have been enough. Like, well, I take care of my wife through thick and through thin, and my kids, and I've raised them to do the same with each other. So we do have love in our family. But, when it came at time to, like, saying, hey, Dad, I love you, like, your kids wouldn't do that because it was just something very foreign to them. If they wanted to do that, they would, like, draw you a picture or, like, do something for you. And you would thank them and give them a hug. You weren't cruel or cold. Like, they did know you, that you loved them, and you knew that they loved you, but it was never spoken. I don't think your kids, that the word love wasn't spoken in that home. It was like, but it was there. But it was unspoken. It was treated like an ephemeral thing. Like, you don't need to say I love you if I show you that I love you every day. I don't need to say it. You know what I mean? I really feel like you were probably a Capricorn in this life. You worked really, 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 really hard. And you were it was very hard for you. You did have emotions. And Capricorn is also a feminine sign. So you definitely had, like, you wanted, I believe you wanted to tell your wife that you loved her, but you were so scared. And that fear was inherited by your kids. You inherited it from your parents in that life. It was an ancestral cycle. There's worse ones, for sure. I'm not seeing abuse. I'm not getting abuse or anything like that. I'm just getting, like, no one ever said the word love. That word was not ever acknowledged, and that's not the healthiest thing. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst, but, and you guys were very strong people of faith, too. Strong Christians. Big Bible thumpers. You were definitely a man of God, but you would have your doubts sometimes. That's what I'm seeing right here. This High Priestess reversed. Well, your whole family would go to church every single Sunday. Like, unless someone was, like, violently ill, which did happen sometimes, and I think you may have lost a couple of children to scarlet fever. Wow, that's so oddly specific. Okay, yeah, I think you lost a couple of kids to illness. That was another thing that was seeing that with this Five of Cups. There was some actual real loss in your family. And it was very hard to express that pain. You did get a lot of support and love from the people in the members of your church and your community when you did when you did lose two of your children. Very similar times. They caught the illness from one another. And you lost two. And that made you really question your faith. But at the same time, that's when your whole community and your church really rallied around you and your family and lifted you up. So, like, while you did definitely, the Hermit reversed, the High Priestess reversed, you would question not God themselves, but, or the Creator, whatever you want to call it, them, but more the doctrines that of like biblical doctrines that you had grown up with. You felt betrayed by God in a lot of ways, and yeah, it did make you, like I said, you didn't question God's existence, but you did start to question your faith. I'm starting to wonder if you were of, like, a specific type of Christianity. Like, if you were, like, Mormon, possibly, or, like, because there's definitely, like, a very strong community, but almost like a bit of a culty kind of energy, too. I'm not Christian. I don't know a lot of Christian denominations. Well, maybe Baptist or something. I'm not quite sure. They're not being completely clear with me, but you were of a denomination of Christianity. Might have been something super highly specific, kind of like that movie, There Will Be Blood. I don't know if you ever saw that. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely see it. But it was very fire and brimstone kind of beliefs, and that was part of the reason why you had to be so closed off emotionally. It was part of also what your church's doctrines taught and recited, and that's really what I'm seeing is, like, questioning. Funny enough, the High Priestess, as you see here on the card, is reading the Torah, and she's a good Jewish woman. She's reading her book, her holy book, and she believes in it. And her faith is fully, she doesn't question it at all. She knows intuitively that she is a child of God. Right? When it's reversed, that's someone who is definitely questioning their faith, definitely questioning their holy book. That's the big one. It's like, quite literally, you question your holy book. And especially, like, the religion itself. You're a rebel. You're a rebel. You're a rebellious spirit, and that's a wonderful thing. You were a rebellious spirit in this life, but it was very difficult to express that. Not just by how you were raised, but also based on the world around you, right? The times in which you lived, the society in which you lived. You know, I question faith all the time. The idea that my own beliefs. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't solid with my faith until, I want to say 32, 31, 32. I wasn't raised in religion. If I have a kid, I will take them to temple, but I will make it clear that this is what mommy believes, and that they can believe whatever they want. I think that was one of the best gifts my parents gave me. Was not like my friends were all Presbyterian, and they would always beg me to come to church with them. My parents wouldn't let me go. I think they let me go like once, and it was weird. I'll tell you, it was weird, and I got why they didn't want me to go, especially as I got older and learned, more of how they were raised in Catholicism and how that was like. Spiritual freedom is so important to have, and yeah, you're 20 years old. You're definitely in a place at an age where I know I was definitely questioning my faith. I think at that time, I think I kind of stopped reading tarot, kind of dropped away from spirit at that time in my life, and then I returned back, and then I found Judaism. So I've been all over the place, honestly, like in terms of my faith, and it's because it's a journey. It's a journey, and yeah, question it all the time, love. Study it all the time. Remain active in your beliefs. But and stay furtive with them. And it's good to have faith, but it's also good to question certain things too, especially at your age and where you're at right now. Yeah, you're in a very existential point in your life, for sure. So that is what I am seeing for you there, Avani. Yeah, very, very hard worker. I would be very hard pressed to believe that you weren't a Capricorn in that past life. I don't know if that was specifically the last life that you lived. I don't think it was. I think you've had one in between. You might not. I don't know. But that was just the past life that spirit felt that you needed to hear right now more than other past lives that you have lived. So I really hope that helped you, Avani. I really hope, and yeah, listen to this again if you want to. I always recommend that. Save. I never delete my live streams, so they'll always be up here. You can write down the time and revisit this. I think that's important for you. I can't tell you what to do, but I would recommend that for you. I don't always recommend that for people, but especially for you, I definitely would for this. Yeah, because with past life readings, the dots aren't all going to connect. They might not all connect at first. Like the dots might connect in different ways, like as you're falling asleep tonight, like the more you listen to it, you'll be like, oh, damn it, that connects to that in my life. You know what I mean? I think the more you listen to it, the more you'll find similarities and reasons why Spirit wanted you to hear that. Well, thank you so much, Avani. I really, really appreciate you, love. I really do. I'm so glad you found my channel. You have a tarot playlist. That's cool. Just like different videos, like tarot videos, like live streams or like other stuff. I used to make other content. I just wasn't gaining a whole lot of traction with it. I've done a couple of tarot deck reviews, and I was doing collective astrological readings. But I wasn't getting a whole lot of traction with them. I think I just have to really like keep on turning the wheel with that, just like I did with this. I didn't find instant success here. It was something I had to work for, and that's how it is with everything, I think. But yeah, thank you again, love. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, and I almost forgot to add your name to the raffle. I'm going to, so you get two submissions, 2 tickets for the raffle, of which I'll be announcing the winner on the 4th. I'd love to see you there. It's going to be fun. There's going to be playing games, and I'll be going through these things. Yeah, and I'll be exploring the winner. So, it's all set. Let's see here. Okay. All right, hons. We've got 2 names and twice. Good luck, my friends. Okay. All right. Okay. So I have been on for almost 3 hours now. I've still got gusto. I'm still full of beans. And by the way, if you all are watching this live stream, please remember to click the like button. It really helps your girl out, and it means a whole lot to me. See you then. All right, love. You sleep well tonight. It was really lovely meeting you, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much, Ivani. All right, so it's that time of the night. Last call for any and all donations. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer for you tonight, I would love to do that. Just let me know in the chat, or just send a donation in, and we will proceed with your reading. Last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. And thank you to everybody who's been here tonight. And thank you for everyone who participated in my poll. I'm trying to gauge what people would prefer, the horizontal format like this or the vertical format. I've noticed one thing about the vertical format, and that is that I get more viewers, more new viewers, I find. And I think it's because it's easier to search for lives if it's vertical on YouTube, because then they're put into, I believe, like the short format or reels or whatever. No, that's Instagram. The shorts, YouTube shorts, and then you can just people will just swipe up and kind of just scroll, and so I get a lot of viewers. I'll have sometimes 30 viewers at a time. When I go vertical, but I get some interesting folks, let's just put it that way. Some folks that I do not believe are over the age of 18. Folks that I don't think take tarot or what I do seriously. Some people don't even know what I'm doing on my channel. They're like, what is this channel for? I'm like, how did you find me? Like, what? So I'm guessing they're just finding me by going through random lives. Um, yeah, so while I gain more subscribers, more traction, I'm not getting, I don't usually get as many donations. So more subscribers, but not as many serious ones. So for people that are looking for actual tarot readings, because that's just concerning for me when someone comes into my channel and goes, "What are you doing?" Like, first of all, it's in the title. Second of all, I'm well, with all due respect, actually, when I stream from OBS. I don't do it directly through YouTube unless I am traveling and using my iPad. Then I go directly through YouTube. It's another way you can do it. And it gives me less agency, less control over the parameters of what is being displayed. I can't show, like, for example, I can't show both my face and the cards at the same time unless I'm holding them up. I can't do what I'm doing here, where I have, like, my face and my card table. So that's a little frustrating. It's also harder for me to block people that are inappropriate in the chat, of which that seems to happen a lot also in the vertical format, is people will be inappropriate, and I don't find that very often. I find wonderful people come to my chat almost exclusively when I do horizontal. So I don't know. I might do vertical one night, horizontal another. I don't know. But it's just concerning if someone is in my room and they don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, yeah, it was just my face, but I did have it in very clearly in the title, so, and hashtags. So. Anyway, last call, everybody. Last call. If you would like a reading tonight, I would love to read for you. All right. Looks like. Yeah, looks like. Hi, Rebecca. How are you doing, love? How are you? Happy New Year to you. I don't think I've seen you in quite a while. How are you? I don't think I've seen you since 2025 commenced. So definitely Happy New Year to you, love. I'm doing great. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Yeah. It is Starry Tarot's fourth anniversary on the 4th. Let's see, today's the 1st, right? Yeah, today's the 1st. So Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday, we'll be having a party on the Chan Chan, and it'll be like the old days, I don't know if you remember, but when we used to play games to win free readings, and I will also be pulling, or announcing the winner of the crystal giveaway. Been busy and just caught you tonight. Lucky me. Yeah, for sure. It's so good to see you. Yeah, no, and it's late. I normally don't really go on super as late as I am on, but I woke up a little late today. So started my day a little later. So started my live stream later. Yeah. Good to see you, Rebecca. Right. I'm not on the East Coast, so time different. Oh, I'm not on. I'm on the West Coast. I'm Pacific time. It's 10 o'clock or 10:20. Almost 10:20. Or no, it's 10:20. Yeah, it's 10:20. Oh, you're mountain now. Okay. So you're what, 1 hour ahead? I think that's 1 hour. What is it, like 11 o'clock for you? You moved? I'm assuming if you're in a different time zone. Last call, last call. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations tonight. If you would like a reading, now would be your time. Thank you. Last call. And yeah, thank you everyone, of course, for being here tonight. We had a couple of new people, very lovely. I'm just happy to see you. I'm glad you're blessed and good luck with everything. Thank you so much, Rebecca. You too, love. Thank you. Thank you, love. Last call, everybody, for donations tonight. And as always, I do offer private readings of two types. I offer them by appointment over Zoom, and we talk for as long as you want, as long as you schedule for, as long as you want, really, because you can always add on, until we get to a place where you feel that you've gotten your answers. But I offer Zoom private readings. I also offer private readings at no extra donation amount as here on my YouTube live streams. I offer them over Instagram DMs, over voice memo, or typed over email. Most people like them, prefer the voice memo over DM on Instagram rather than email. But it's up to you. It's your reading. But last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. And if you are still watching this live stream and you have liked what you have seen, please remember to click the like button. It really, really, really helps me out. Thank you. Last call, everybody. If you would like a reading from me, Miss Sophie, tonight, now would be your time to let me know, and I would love to read for you. Thank you. Last call for any and all donations. And again, I want to thank everyone for a wonderful evening. Some cool new people and returning folks alike, all lovely, and I appreciate your energy. And thank you all so much. And your support, of course. And I can't wait to see all y'all on the 4th, of course, on Tuesday for the birthday party of Starry Tarot. But I also hope to see you tomorrow. I will be back on tomorrow. Thank you all so much, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.